Hi everyone, this is Renan, and in this video I'm going to show you how to set up Visual Studio Code to program in Python. Alright, so the first step is to head to our browser and look for VS Code. Let's download it. And in here we have the first option, which is the official option from Microsoft. Let's click on that. And in here it already knows that I'm using Windows and it offers me the download for Windows. I'll click on this. In your case it might show Mac or Linux. And once the download is completed, we can open the installer. To install VS Code, it's quite simple actually. So we have some options here. Actually, we need to accept this one and let's go next. And I recommend you to keep all of those checked. And also let's check the create a desktop icon. I want that, and let's go with next. And here we just need to click on install. In my case, I won't install it because I already have a Visual Studio Code installed in my machine, so I will cancel it. But in your case, you will want to install and finish the installation, alright? So once the installation is done, you can open Visual Studio Code. So I will open it here so that you can see. And this is the window that you will be seeing once you open Visual Studio Code. And the first thing that we want to do is to install some extensions that will make our lives easier to code with Python. And here in the left we have some tabs. So let's click on the extension tab. It's this one. And let's look for the Python extension. So here we have the first option, Python. This is the official extension from Microsoft. So in your case, you can click on install here. In my case, it's already installed, so I won't do it. And let's also look for the AutoPep 8 extension, which is a formatting extension for Python. This is a formatting extension, which will make our lives much easier. I'll show you how to do it in a minute. But first, to code in Python, you need to open a folder. So click here on the Explorer, and you will see the option Open Folder. Or if you already have a folder open, you can just go to this folder. So in my case, I have this folder here, and if I want to open Visual Studio Code, I can hold Shift, right click, and we have the option Open with Code. Or in Windows 10, you can just right click and show more options and open with code as well. And let's open it. And this, everyone, is our coding environment. So the first thing that we will want to do is to create our first Python file. And to do that, let's right click on here and go on new file. The name of the file for me will be main.py. So make sure to always end your files with py when coding Python. And in here we can put our Python code. So before we do that, if you see here below, you see the version of Python that our VS Code project is using. So if you click here, you will see the Python versions that you have installed. In my case, we have only this one, so let's keep it. And now we can write our first Python code. So the code that I will write is print, which is a statement which will print with the text that we put in here in the console. And the text that I will type is hello world. So let's save it. Alright, and now we need to run this file. So we have two options to do that in VS Code. So the first option is the play button that we have up here, which is the run file button. And let's click on that. And as you can see, we have a lot of text here. But what is important is that the hello world that we wrote is here in the console. So the code is working perfectly. And another way to run a Python code is to go to your terminal and write Python space and the name of the file that you want to run. In our case, it's main.py. Alright, so we have the same result here. Alright everyone, so as you can see, the setup is working for us. And now I'll give you a little tip on how to format codes with the extension that we installed before. So to give you one example, let's suppose that I put a space in here and let's save it. And now my text editor is complaining that we have a white space after the parentheses. And if we right click this file and go on format documents, the extension will format it to us automatically. So now we can save it, and as you can see, it's everything correct again. And to automate this process further, what we can do is to set up VS Code to automatically format the file that we want every time that we save a file. So in order to do that, we can go on File here, and let's go with the Preferences and Settings, and we have the option Format on Save. So let's check this option. Alright, so let's click here to close settings, and let's do it again, and now I will just save it. And as you can see, every time I save a file now, it will be formatted for me automatically. So this will save us a lot of time. Alright everyone, so now that we have the environment set up, I will end here. So if you liked this video, don't forget to leave your like below, and don't forget to subscribe as well so that you'll be notified when I post new guides and tutorials. Alright, so see you in the next one.